Here with head coach Chris Hannafin for Lewis Central in a very close three-point victory here on the road against St. Albert. Coach, thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, it was a good night for us to play. You know, St. Albert's got a good ball club. They're young. I'm not sure I'd want to play them later in the year, you know, because they got a lot of inexperienced kids. But we've got one starting senior back, one starter back, and a lot of kids that this is only their second night stepping on the floor in a varsity game. So we had some growing pains tonight, but what I told them is we held on and did what we had to do to win, and that's what counts.
And you didn't get your first lead until late there in the game. What were you kind of reassuring your team there in that first half when maybe some of the shooting struggles weren't there?
Well, I thought St. Albert did a heck of a job offensively, and they made some shots from the perimeter that we didn't know, that they hadn't done in the past. So give them credit. All we started trying to do is dribble, penetrate, try to get to the basket and make things happen. I couldn't even tell you who our scorers were because in all ways, everybody contributed. So, just excited to get a win and get out of here.
Talk about the way Lucy Scott played for you tonight, coming off the bench, finished with 19 tonight, and hit that big free throw there at the end.
Yeah, Lucy's a good player. You know, she's only a freshman. She's still learning, but she's played a lot of basketball and she's put a lot of time in, and it shows. Her ability to shoot the ball is what makes her really, really dangerous. And when we've got shooters on the floor that can put it and get to the hole, she comes pretty handy.
And what's been such an odd 2020 season, just talk about the way that locker room's come together in just 2 games.
Well, to be honest with you, we had to shut down for 2 weeks. So we had 4 practices. We had to shut down for 2 weeks because we had 6 or 7 cases on the team, and then we had to restart. And I told the girls that was the hardest part, was restarting. But I know these girls well enough, and they know me well enough. I coached them all in middle school. They know what the culture should look like, and we just got to keep reassuring that as coaches. But they've worked their tail off. Tomorrow will be the first day we take off in 14 days, just because we had so much stuff we had to put in. So, give our kids a lot of credit for sucking it up and then getting it done tonight.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you very much.
Here with Jeff Miller for St. Albert in a victory over their Council Bluffs rival in Lewis Central. And Jeff, thoughts on tonight's game?
It was a great game. Our team played really well, and really happy with the result.
And it was a close game all the way throughout, and you were able to kind of stick it in and hit some big shots there in the second half. What were you seeing offensively tonight?
Honestly, I was just feeling it right off the shot. I knew some of them were going in. Some of them were probably got a lucky roll, but I was just having a great night tonight.
Talk about having Sam Rawlis back in there for you guys and getting your first win. What does he provide for you guys?
He's a really big inside presence for us. We know if we give it to him inside, he's strong enough to power up and get a layup inside. So,
what led to that defensive intensity tonight, especially when you guys went zone there throughout the majority of that second half? They didn't get many open looks from that point on.
Yeah, we worked on the zone all week in practice, and we knew the intensity was going to be up, especially for a rival game. So that's exactly what we did.
Congrats on the win, man, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Here with head coach Peterson for St. Albert in a victory over their Council Bluffs rival in Lewis Central. And, Coach, thoughts on tonight's ball game?
We were a little worried about how big they were. We knew they were going to be very physical. Just really proud of our boys. They matched up. They fought hard, and it wasn't necessarily a pretty win, but I thought we gutted it out. We hit the shots we needed to. 0-3 start. We talked to him about staying with it. We had some pretty good games there, and we've gotten better each week. And just really proud of how tough we were. We were just really tough, mentally and physically.
Defensively, there in that second half, you went primarily zone and were really able to slow down that Titan offense. What was the decision there?
Oh, just try and keep it packed in. They hadn't hit a lot of outside shots, and we can always go man. So just try to keep their big guys off the boards. They're so big and athletic, and strong. And so we just figured, no, let's just go zone, keep it packed in, see if they can hit some shots. If they do, we can always come out and play man. But thankfully, they didn't hit as many shots as they could have, and we were able to get away with that.
Talk about what it meant to have your leading scorer from last season, Sam Rawlis, back in the lineup tonight.
it was awesome to have him back. Not just from a coaching standpoint, from the team. The team's excited to get him back. Everybody just feeds off of him, and obviously, as you saw from the game, he just brings a whole nother level, defensively and offensively. And the other kids feed off of it. It was really good for us to have to play, 3 games without him. Kids stepped up, and we've been playing hard and practicing hard. We didn't know if he was going to play or not. And, kids just, whatever, they just showed up and worked. But, yeah, getting him back, that's a big addition for sure.
And what's been such a tough schedule for you here early on in these first 4 games? How does it feel to get win number 1?
Oh, it's incredible. We needed this bad. We needed to get that first win and show them that, hey, we can win and win against those big schools. And they're big, physical, and athletic. Like I said, I'm just really proud of the boys of how tough they were tonight.
And talk about the way that your team has come together there in that locker room, and what's been such an odd 2020 year, odd practices, odd games, odd feel of games, not having as many fans as per typical. How have they come together?
We got a really good group of boys. I mean, top to bottom on the bench. In fact, that's what I just told them. I love, on a big shot or a big play, I'm running into them because they're up off the bench, cheering each other on. They're really tight. They're a good group of boys. They're close, and yeah, they really embrace cheering each other on. It's pretty amazing.
Congrats on win number 1, Coach.
Thank you.